Before we dive into the content of this training, I would like to suggest a couple of methods that you can use to benefit most from this training. I've included many strategies and powerful concepts, and it is a lot to go through in a short time period. To benefit the most from this program, you'll have to work on these principles and repeat them to yourself. I am mentioning this because research has shown that you forget 64% of something you learned within the first 24 hours. Within a week, you forget 80% of that new information, unless you make an effort to learn the principles. So here are 3 things you can do to learn and retain this information much better. Number 1, spaced repetition. Make it a part of your schedule to repeat this program once every week for 6 weeks. I assure you that every time you listen to it, you will hear something different. Your attention will catch onto something else. And of course, it will be like a reminder of the principles of success, which in themselves should be a motivational factor. It's like in the movie The Matrix, if you remember it. They could download new skills into their minds. If they wanted to fly a helicopter, they just downloaded that program into their brains. The way I see it, you can reprogram your mind through repetition. The download process just takes a little longer. So make an effort to repeat this training regularly until you know it all. Number 2, listen to this program at least 6 times. So make an effort to listen to it 6 times in the next month. It's something that I call the forced method. Your brain will have no choice but to absorb the information and influence your thinking. For this reason, I am also adding an audio version to the end of this training so that you can listen to it when you're going to work or during your exercise. Number 3, take action. The third method is the most powerful. Take action on the principles that you learn. Apply them to your life. Do the exercises that I have included. Don't just say to yourself, I'll do it later. I'll do it at night. An exercise. I'll watch the rest of the content and then I'll do it. Actually do the exercises when I said them. At the end of the training, you can redo them. Your brain will retain much more content if you take action on it. Remember back in school when you learned math skills? Say you had to do algebra. I am sure a favorite for many people. Well, you learned the theory of algebra, boring and pretty useless at the time. However, when we were given exercises to do, that's when we learned algebra. When we solved the problems, that's when our minds retained the ability, and now we can solve algebra puzzles. Theory is nice, but you get the most benefit when you have to act upon what you have learned. Got it? Good. Let's start the first lesson.